apart from learning about morphology and orthography, how words are built in our writing system, I think nothing has been quite as impactful for me in teaching literacy as understanding function and content words and the differences that happen in spelling in English with these words. Function words are the words that have a grammatical function and don't have the heart or the meat of the content like content words do. So we can think of words like articles, the and a. It's a very easy one to know as a function word. You don't say the, a, and get a picture in your mind. You need whatever that article is referencing to have that content now visible in our head to know what someone's talking about. In general, articles are function words, prepositions, conjunctions, like and but and so are function words. Pronouns, the I, he, she, we are function words. And function content words are on a continuum, so it's not black and white, and it can depend on how something is being used. But this is just in general, you're going to have those little, not always little, but usually littler grammatical words as function words. The others are content words, like verbs, adjectives, nouns. Things that are pretty easy to define tend to be content words. Content words also will be referred to as lexical words. So if you've seen that, that's another term that gets used. And content words help make sense of the double consonants we have on the ends of lots of short words like egg and odd and in. They all need that double consonant, not for sound, not to protect the preceding vowel, really just to make it lexical, to make it a content word. There's a lot of final E's on the ends of words that do the same thing, that make them lexical or a content word. So once you start seeing this pattern, you'll notice it more and more. One of the really cool things about these is that we tend to stress content words and function words are often unstressed. And this is what can make them hard to spell. So often we think of smaller words being easier to spell, but that's not always the case, and it's definitely not the case for most people with dyslexia. If they're being taught to sound it out, and you say something like, "Would you like a piece of the pie we have?" A piece of pie. Think about how I'm saying of in that phrase. I have a piece of pie for you. I'm not saying a piece of pie. And even then, it's OF, not OV. So these little words get unstressed. We reduce them. We'll reduce the vowels sometimes to a schwa, sometimes completely away. We often reduce the consonants as well. And it's so helpful for kids to know that this is what's happening in the spoken word, but we don't reduce spellings. So one really fabulous way to look at function and content words is to look at homophones, where one's a function word and one's a content word. So we can compare words like, well, this is going to be a fun one for many children, but. So you probably already know which two buts I'm talking about. So we have the conjunction, I like chocolate, but only on Saturdays. Definitely not true for me. And then of course we have the part of our body that we might refer to as our butt. These take different spellings, not only because of the homophone principle that whenever possible, if words have different meanings, but they're pronounced the same, we spell them differently. They also take different spellings because one's a function word, one's a content word, okay? And these content words in general will have a weightier, heavier spelling to show that bigger importance. Function words are allowed to be one or two letters, like of, like I, meaning the pronoun I, whereas content words need to be 3 or more. Another important difference between function and content words is function words are a closed class, which means we're not still adding words to this group, and content words are open and we're adding new nouns, verbs, adjectives all the time. So that's another distinct difference between these. Function words they're usually bases that stand on their own. They don't have prefixes or suffixes attached to them. Of course, we will contract with them, but that is different. And there's some other key differences with function and content words, and this is just a little taste of it. But start introducing this idea to the students you work with to help them make sense of some of these homophones, like the 2 ors. I would like, all of my examples include chocolate. I would like chocolate or peanut butter with chocolate, versus the or of a boat or the or metal, O-R-E. Obviously, in this case, the conjunction or is the only one that's taking that smaller spelling, and it's allowed to, whereas the others all need to have 3 letters. Drawing kids' attention to this can help them make sense of one more aspect of the spelling system that might otherwise feel really frustrating or not make sense.